People are always interested when I tell them my challenge for the game show Super Brain. Because they're like, you have to memorize cow patterns and they're broken into puzzle pieces. What? That's insane. And so I want to share with you and go in detail explaining how I actually memorized the puzzle piece to my challenge. So here we go. So here it is. I actually got the puzzle piece that was actually used for the game show. Now, how I got this was funny. So after the game show, we had a interview. So we talked about on the interview how I memorized it and how my competitor memorized it as well. So after we were done, I went to my translator. I was like, hey, can I have that puzzle piece? He's like, I think so, yeah. And so I went over there, literally went over there, picked it up like this, and just scooted away. I was like, okay. And I got it because I assumed if I wasn't supposed to have this, they would have taken it away from me. But it's really cool that I actually got this because it's just a fantastic memory. And I'm going to hang this up in my house one day, frame it, and just remember, yeah, I went to China and I petted cows in China. And I actually saw this cow when I went to the cow farm. I was like, oh, there's the cow. I know him. And of course, when I went to the cow farm, I pointed all the cows out I knew that I actually memorized. So it was a lot of fun. So this was a challenge. So what happened was they had 6 walls, one for each piece, and I had to go out and find all the pieces that belonged together. So this number, because it has a number on the back, is 1209AB. It just tells you the pieces. But this was a tag number to the cow. And so how I memorized this was the following. So I knew that I had to connect all these pieces together because it's a puzzle, right? So that's the most important thing. So what I did was I broke each piece into its own image. So for example, right here, this little part, I saw a match head. Over here, I saw, right here, this one, I saw a mole, you know, the blind things that dig in the dirt. That's what I saw here. And so I made images for every single puzzle piece. So I had like 100 cows to memorize. So I had 600 different images. And so I made an image for each different piece. And then I connected them all together in a story because I should be able to see one of these images, instantly jump to that story, be like, oh yeah, no, there was a mole in it too. And so just by knowing that one piece, it would trigger the whole story. Now, the back, 1209, I looked at all the pictures I had and I realized that they were in groups. Like they started from like, I think like 1000 and 1100 and so on. And so I made different memory palaces that represent that specific range. So I had a palace that were the 1200s. So I didn't have to memorize this number at all. All I had to focus on was the last 2. Now, what happened was when I saw the tag number, right? I saw the tag number. I was like, oh, that was this memory palace. And then I looked for the specific place that had the 2 last digits. And then I went to that location, saw my story, and then I instantly knew what I was looking for. So when I went onto the big walls, I'm like, okay, let's start with A. A, here. Now, I imagine a cow. No, funny, because right here, you might not see on a video, but it's kind of like, it looks like it's licked. So that's why I imagine a cow licking. Like, okay, cow licking. Oh yeah, a match. A cow licking a match. So depending on which wall I was going at, I was looking for that specific piece. Because, right, this is the upper right, middle, upper left, and so on. And so I would go through, I'm like, okay, for like the middle one, I'm like, hey, in my hand, I'm like, match, 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 match. There it is, match. And so I had to memorize the position because each piece had a grid. I think it was the letters on the side, and then vertically or horizontally, it was the numbers. And so I had to make sure I memorized that correctly because if I mismemorized that, I would have totally gotten the wrong piece. And yeah, that would have been good. And so I was just going around saying these images in my head. I'm like, okay, now I'm looking for a mole. Mole, 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 mole. And so I was scanning it. I believed I went, I think across. So I was scanning across, go to the next line, next line, next line. And right when I saw the mole or the match or whatever image I had, I went with it because I had to go for time because he beat me on the first part of my challenge. So the second part, I had to go really fast as I could. And so I was like, okay, boom. I just have to have confidence. But the mistake I made was going back and reviewing because I should have just ended it at, I think it would have been like around 2 or 3 minutes. I would have actually finished finding all the pieces. But I want to be safe because if I miss anything, then he would have had the advantage over me. But yeah, so that's how I actually memorized 100 of these different things, by making stories out of all the puzzle pieces, place them into different locations with the corresponding, I guess, centuries, right? The hundreds, 1100s, 1200s, and so on. And so that's what I did. So I got the idea from a mixture of abstract images, but also how I memorize historical dates. So I kind of used those two methods and combined them together in order to memorize 100 of these. And believe me, it was super hard because I had so many different pictures that had like the same layout. Like maybe one of the pieces was completely white or completely black. So like, how do I come up with a unique image from the last one I just did? Great. And so it was a lot of frustration and thinking about, okay, what could be unique for this puzzle piece? But it was absolutely a fantastic time, like I told you before. Had so much fun. This is something I'm always going to cherish and love because it's just a great memory. Just reminds me, going to the cow farm, painting cows, but talking to my competitor Lee Wei, and it was just such a good time. And this is something that every time I look at it, it's a good time, but also, man, I'm glad I don't have to do that again. Look at cows and look at all these different spots and the patterns on these cows. So there you go. So I just wanted to share with you the one part of my memory challenge I had to do because I actually have the physical thing I use. The other part is there were 3 cows, so I couldn't really use it, right? I don't have the cows here in my house. And so, yeah, so I just wanted to share with you, just talk about how I actually memorized this and some of the backstory on how I got it. Because I think that's pretty funny. I just kind of took it because my translator said it was okay. And I was like, man, if I get stopped, like, I just wanted it. I don't know, what do I tell them? But I'm glad I actually had it. So hopefully you enjoyed this video and you found it pretty entertaining. So look forward to my next video and I'll see you then. Subscribe to my channel for more videos on memory techniques, how to do better in school, memory challenges, updates, and much more. Also remember to click the notification bell so you know when I upload a video. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. The links are down below in the description. You also can check out these videos. If you want to learn all the memory techniques and learn how to apply them to all sorts of information, or if you want to start competing in memory competitions, you can check out my programs down below in the description. Look forward to my next video and get ready to get the best memory of your life.